Welcome to this video. This section of this series lays the foundation for the mathematics that is required for the data science and machine learning. Though it may appear very basic, but I'll strongly recommend you to go through it at least once to get the maximum from this series. In this video, we will see that what is algebraic equations, then exponent and logs, then we'll see what is polynomial equations. We will see that if we have any equation, then how can we get the factors? Then we will see what is quadratic equations, and at the end we will see the functions. So let's start one by one. Okay, so let's see what is algebraic equations. So let's say I write one equation, okay? So I'll say 3x plus 4 equals to 10. So it simply consists of two things. One is variable and another is constant. So equation is simply there to balance these two things. So what we have on the left side of the word, this must balance with the right hand side. So whatever we have on the left hand side will be equal to right hand side, right? So let's say if we want to solve this equation and we want to find a value of x. So the basic rule of arithmetic says that if we perform same operations on both the side, the equation remains balanced. So I have 3x plus 4 and here I have 10, right? Now let's perform some operation on both the sides. So I'll minus 4 here and 4 here, right? So I performed this same operation on both the sides. So now my equation would be 3x equals to 6, right? So at the end x would be 6 by 3 equals to 2. So x is 2, right? Now let's ask Python to solve the equations for you. Okay, so let's see. So I'll first import the libraries. So we have imported these libraries first. So let's use the SymPy module here. So let's define one variable. So how can we define the variable in SymPy? I can say x equals to sim.symbols and then x. Now let's define this expression. So I'll say expression equals to 3 into x plus 4 and minus 10. So you can think of this equation like this, equals to 0. So 3x plus 4 equals to 10. However, in SymPy, we want to consider this to be a homogeneous equation. So I will say it minus. So basically implicitly we are setting this equation equals to 0 like this. Okay. Now in order to solve this expression for x, I'll use one function of SymPy. So I'll say sim.solve and then I'll mention the expression and I'll say SymPy that solve this expression for x. Now if I run it, you see that we got the expected output, right? Now here, even if you don't say SymPy to solve the expression for x, and if you run it, you see that this time also you got the same output. Now how did SymPy know that it has to solve the expression for x? So it implicitly understood, because in this expression you have only one variable, right? So this is fine. Now if you notice here that this output is nothing but the list, right? So let me hold this output in variable. So I'll say solution equals to this. And if you see the type, so this is list, right? Now let's call the display function. So I'll say display. So I'll say the solution is, and then I'll say solve. But you know, this is the list and we have the output in this list on 0th index, right? So I'll say 0th element. Now if I run it, you see that we got the error because we cannot concatenate string with integer, right? So we need to convert this in string, and now when I run it, we got the output that solution is 2. So let's modify this text little bit more. So I'll say solution of this expression is this. So let's run it again and we got the output. But the expression here in the output doesn't look nice as per the mathematics conventions, right? So what we can use the LaTeX coding. So I'll use math here. And even if we don't use this directly here, and let's say we use the variable here, that is expression. So I'll use the math function here. Instead of writing the expression here, I'll say %s. So I'll say solution of %s is %s, and then I'll say replace it. Now first %s would be replaced with expression, and then second would be replaced with solution, right? Now let's run it. We need to correct the parentheses. Now you see that we got the output but in a different format. So let's use the LaTeX coding now. Because in LaTeX, if you want to represent any text, you'll have to use \\, then text, and then you'll keep your text in curly braces. So I'll say this, then %s, then we have the text again. So I'll use \\text, and then I'll keep this text into the curly braces. So I'll write it like this. Okay, now let's run it again. So this time it is better. So text is represented in a nice format. Now the only thing that is remaining here is this expression, right? I need to represent this expression in a nicer way. So I'll use the LaTeX. So how can I use the LaTeX in SymPy? I'll say sim.latex, and then I'll mention the expression here. Okay, now if I run it again, this time it is perfect, right? So this is fine. Okay, now let's understand some more concepts. So let's understand polynomial. Okay, what is polynomial? So poly means many and nomial means terms. Now let's consider one example. Now look at this. Here you have variable. So you have x here. Then you have this as an exponent or power, and you have constants as well, right? And these are nothing but the different terms. So you have variables, you have exponent, and you have constants. So these are many terms, right? And this is why we will call it polynomial. Now let's understand what is quadratic equations. So quadratic equations is a special type of polynomial with quad or square, right? So like here in this above example, this was nothing but the quadratic equation, because here you see that degree of this polynomial is 2, right? But if it was 3, then it was not called as quadratic equations, right? So the syntax for quadratic equation would be ax square plus bx plus c, right? So here the degree of this equation is 2, and that is why it is called quadratic equation. Now let's understand what are factors. So for example, let's say you have one equation. So I'll say 2x cube minus 8x equals to 0. So this is our equation. Now we want to calculate the factors. Now what are factors? So factor is what can I multiply with what to get the required equation. So basically if I'll take 2 common, so I'll say 2 and then x cube minus 4x, right, equals to 0. Now this is my factor. So this is the first factor and this is the second factor, right? And if I further simplify this equation, I can say 2, and here x is common, so I'll take it outside, so I'll say 2x, and then here it will be x square minus 4. So now you have these factors, right? 2x and x square minus 4. Now here I can write this 4 as 2 to the power square, right? So it will be x square minus 2 square. So the factors would be 2x, then x plus 2 and x minus 2 equals to 0. So if you remember the formulas that you learned sometime back in your school time, so a square minus b square, so factors would be a plus b and a minus b. A plus b square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then if you say a minus b, so it would be a square plus b square minus 2ab. Let's see how can we ask Python to calculate the factors for us for any equation. So okay, so let's say this time I'll say my expression is 2 into x cube then minus 8 into x. So I'll say display, and now I'll use one function that is factor, and I'll pass the expression here. When I run it, you see that we got the expected output. Now let's say this time you have the factors and you want to expand it so that you can see the actual equation or the expression, right? So for example, let's say that you have two factors. One is x minus 7 and another one is, let's say, 4x plus 5. Now you want to expand it. So how can we expand it? So let's first multiply x with 4x and then with 5. So I'll say 4x square plus 5 and then minus 7 with this and then with this. So it will be 28x minus 35, right? So now you can calculate this. So it will be 4x square minus 28x minus 30. Right? Now let's ask Python to expand it. So we have expression. So let's say you have two terms. Term 1 equals to So you have two factors, right? So let's say first factor, factor 1 equals to x minus 7, and then another factor is 4 into x plus 5. Now let's call the display function. So I'll say display factor 1 into factor 2, and when I run it, we got the output, right? Now if we want to expand it, I can say display sim dot expand and then factor 1 into factor 2. Now if I run it, you see that we got the output, but okay, somehow it is not matching. I think we did something wrong here, so let's verify. Okay, so this is 4x square plus 5x. Okay, so we missed x here. I'll erase it. Okay, so it would be 4x square plus 5x minus 28x minus 35, and now it would be 4x minus 23x minus 35. Okay, this time we got the correct output, right? Okay, so far so good. Okay, now let's explore some more functions. So let's say my expression is 4 into x. This is the simple expression, right? In this expression, if I say that if x is 2, then the value for this expression would be 4 into 2 means 8, right? So how can I substitute the value for x? This we already saw in the previous videos, right? So I can say expression dot subs, and now I'll say substitute x with, let's say, 2. So if I run it, we will get the expected output. And let's say in your expression, you have two variables and you want to substitute the value for both. So how can you do that? You can say display expression dot subs. Now here, in order to substitute two values, you'll have to use the dictionary. So you can say substitute x with 2 and y with 3. So what would be the output? It is saying that we did not define y, right? Because here we only defined x variable. So here I can define y, and now let's run it again. We did not get the expected output, right? Because we need to correct this writing here. So I'll remove this curly brace from here and from here, and now let's run it again. And this time we got the expected output, right? So 4 multiplied 2 multiply 3 would be 24. Okay, now let's see what is exponent and logs. So if I say 4 square, it means this 2 here is exponent or power, right? And it indicates that how many times we should multiply a number by itself. So this 2 is indicating that multiply 4 with itself 2 times. So it would be 4 into 4, right? So 4, if I say 4 cube equals to, so 3 means multiply 4 by 4 3 times. So 4 into 4 into 4. Okay, if I say 4, let's say exponent is minus 2, then it means 1 divided by 4 into 4. Okay, and if I say 4 to the power 0, it would always be 1. Now let's say that you have this scenario. So I'll say 4. I don't know what is the exponent, but I need output to be 64. Okay, you need to find out the exponent or power, right? For this, here I can say log of 64 on base of 4. Now I can write this like this, which means that which value of the exponent of 4 will give us 64. Okay, so the output would be 3, right? So I can say log x on base of a would be y. Then it means a to the power y equals to x, right? Now let's see some formulas related to logarithms. So first is, if I say log of xy on base a, it would be log x base a plus log y base a. Similarly, if I say log x divided by y on base a, then it would be log x base a minus log y base a. Okay, if you have, let's say, log base a x to the power y, so then you can say, now you can take y here, so you can say it would be y log x base a. Okay, now let's ask Python to calculate the exponent or log for us. Now to calculate the log, we can import the math module. So I'll say import math, and then I'll say display math dot and we have one log function in math module, so I'll say log. So here let's say I want to calculate the log for 64 on base of 4, so I'll say log 64 comma and then the base value, so base value is 4. Now let's run it and you got the output. So you can typecast it in integer and then you'll get the expected output, right? And to calculate the power or exponent, you already know that we can use this operator, so I can say for, let's say the power is 3, so I'll say into and then 3, so it will give me the expected output as 64. Now you can use one another function to calculate the power, so you can say display, so there is one power function, so power, and then you can pass the parameters, so 4 and power. So if you run it, you'll get the same output. This is simple, right? Okay. Now let's see what is a function. So function is something that processes the input and produces the output. For example, let's see that we have a square function and we take x as an input. So when square function take this x as an input and processes it, then the output would be produced as x square, right? And we can represent it in this way. So I can say f of x equals to x square. So here f means function, this x is nothing but the input, and what you see on right hand side is output, right? Now function can take any form and shape as long as it processes the input. So it can be like f of x, so I can say f of x equals to, let's say, x plus 5, and I can say f of x equals to 4x minus 9, and whatever it would be, right? Now let's see how can we implement or how can we see this function in Python. So let's see. So how can I define a function in Python? I can say def, let's say f of x, and then let's say we want to make a function for square to calculate the square, so I can say return x to the power 2, and then let's say we want to calculate the square for 2, so output would be 4, right? This is simple. Okay, now let's understand what are the roots of polynomial. So sometime you will get as an input only the coefficients, and you need to form the equation from that coefficient and solve it for x. Now what is coefficient first of all? So here you can see this, 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 this. These are the coefficients and x is the variable, right? Now you need to understand that how can you form the equation if you know the coefficients. So if you have the equation, for example, 3x square plus 2x minus 1 equals to 0. Now for this equation, these are my coefficients. So the coefficients would be 3, 2 and minus 1. Now in reverse way, if you know the coefficients, then you can think of the corresponding equation, right? So for example, if I say you that your coefficients are 4, 5, 6 and minus 7. Let's say these are the coefficients. Now what would be the equation? So equation would be 4x cube plus 5x square plus 6x minus 7 equals to 0, right? And then if we solve this equation for x, then whatever values we would get for x, those are the roots of the polynomial. Now let's try to see this in Python. So let's say that you have the coefficient, so I'll say coefficient equals to 3, 2 and minus 1. Now I want to calculate the roots, right? So I'll use numpy, so I'll say np dot root and then I'll pass the coefficient here. So if I print the roots, we got the error because the name of the function is roots, not root. So I'll say roots and then let's run it again, and this time we got the output, right? That's great. Now there are some more functions in the numpy and simpy module that we did not cover so far, but if you want you can explore them. So that's it for this video, and in the next video we will start with linear algebra. So until then, take care, bye bye, thank you.